Yeah, big guy going first. That's why I just
Some of you guys want, you guys can move those tables back there and sit on those. Why don't you do that? You're not going to want to stand for the next 45 minutes. Welcome to Souhegan Football 2023. It's going to be awesome. It always comes quick, right? It's like 4th of July comes, and then next thing you know, boom, football. It's awesome. Like, we're juiced up to be here. I know everyone here knows who I am, but I'm Coach Bowkett. Going to my 7th year here. All you guys know I'm an Amherst kid. Like, I went to Souhegan, came here, and you know, there's no place I'd rather be. For me this year, it's like a lot of win the moment, all right? And we're gonna talk about that more throughout preseason. That's kind of like maybe like our little like phrase this year, win the moment. And hopefully will kind of help propel us like moving forward. We're gonna give you some good tough love. We're gonna tell you what you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear.
I think it's just crazy to me that it's already senior year, and like I feel like high school flew by so fast, and I'm pumped for the season. I think it's gonna be great senior year. You know, hopefully if everything goes well this year, I know the team's pumped. I know coaches are pumped. I think we're ready for it.
This is what I look forward to all year. I mean, like when it gets here, it goes by so fast, and then like it comes very fast. So it's like this is what I'm like working towards all year, all off season, just trying to get better, bigger, all that stuff. So like now that it's finally here, it's just like now it's that time. So now it's just time to lock in and like make sure I'm playing as best as I can and doing everything I can.
I feel like it was just yesterday we were playing lacrosse, and then soon enough we were getting ready on the turf, me and Romy throwing balls around. It came out of nowhere.
This is my 4th year with this program, and I've enjoyed every second of it, so I'm honestly kind of disappointed to say this is my last year, but I'm super excited to see what the season has to hold for us.
It is baffling to me. I am like full-heartedly so excited for this season. You know, I'm a senior. It has me so amped. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities we get at Souhegan and just like this amazing program we have, and I can't wait.
And we really don't talk about necessarily winning a championship, okay? But we talk about what do we do each day within our standards that's going to get us to where you guys want to go, okay? And we talked about the championship standards within your, in the classroom, on the field, and in the community. And what does that look like, right? So, you know, and a couple phrases, right? Everything matters and it matters all the time. We've got to practice at a championship level if we want to get to where we want to be. When we're out in the field, you are moving with a purpose anytime you're touching that grass. Is that understood? Yes, Coach. Great. You're always answering questions with yes, Coach. Football setting will be the hardest thing that you'll ever do. With that being said, it'll also be the best thing you'll ever do and the most rewarding. Okay? You are making memories every day. You're living in the moment, you win that moment. Okay? All right, our one motion in today is flood here. So we got one guy deep, one guy shallow, one guy intermediate. All right? And then, you know, I guess run play side one, you would have the deep drag. Okay? You good?
I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great. You know, we've been doing stuff all summer, getting prepared for the season, but you know, nothing's quite like that Friday night first practice. You know, all the boys are out there getting ready to go. It's gonna be great.
For sure. I mean, that's like all you're thinking about all day, especially like you have classes and stuff, but still like you're in class with some of your teammates and like that's all you're talking about. That's all like you can't wait to do. This is what you're working towards all off season and then all week practicing hard every day. So like when that day finally comes, that's all you're thinking about and making sure like you're 100% for the game.
I mean, that day, it's been like a huge build-up all summer working for this, whether it's doing like speed, just working on my offensive and defensive skill. And this doesn't go for me; it goes for the whole team. But definitely super excited. I mean, kind of like a buildup is this whole entire summer. So once Friday finally hits, it's like a huge moment for me. I'm almost in shock because it's kind of hard to believe that. I mean, the summer came so fast. But I mean, I'm super excited, and I'm sure everybody else is. I'm just excited to see get the team together really for our first practice and to see what happens there.
I do watch the clock tick down, especially when it's your senior year. It kind of hits a little different. I'm not playing football in college, so this is kind of my last hurrah. I've been waiting a long time for this, so quite excited.
I think it's just like towards like we kick off summer, obviously everybody's excited to get out of school and just like get their things going, go to work or get everything started. But then as we creep closer and closer to the school year, it really starts to sink in, and it dawns on you that I'm actually about to go play football, and like it really makes us anxious, but 100% is good anxious, and we're excited.
Whatever way is comfortable for you. If you want tips, I can hit you with them. Throw at you. All right, we'll get down on the stance. Down on whatever stance is comfortable for you.
I think I might yeah, look at me real quick.
I don't want to do the TV early one. What we got? Sidelines go! Sidelines go! Gonna be juiced up! Here we go! Oh boy, yeah. Hey, make sure we're seeing what's going on here. We're gonna teach ball.
We have a lot of numbers. You know, it's always great to have as many people out here as possible coming, and you know, everyone's pumped up. If everyone's having good vibes on the first day, then you know that we're gonna have like a good year, and just hopefully everyone's ready to play, and like no one's really like taking it off or just being like, oh, it's football. Like, no, you're ready to go.
Like, of course, a solid team effort. Trying to see how good our line is, because that's where everything starts it from. Just like making sure we're running our plays to the fullest potential, you know? Because like we run some really good plays, and when we run them to like 100% how they're supposed to be ran, they're unstoppable. So just making sure we're like hitting all cylinders.
I'm hoping that I can I want to see like attitude and effort from everybody. I mean, so many people have been waiting for this moment, especially me as a senior. Like finally, like this is really my last season, so I'm gonna hold a high expectation for myself and everybody else. So I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page, everybody's ready to play, and that everybody just comes out like swinging full force.
We could just roll the ball out there. We're all really close throughout all grades. I think in past years, the grades, like all four, haven't been as close as this year. We have like brothers, we have siblings on the team. We got people who've been knowing each other since, you know, 3rd, 4th grade. So I think having that relationship between each other is going to help us get like rolling into the season.
You know, obviously starts with attendance. You know, I want to see as many of my boys there as possible, just the full squad, and just good spirits and a lot of juice, as Bowcat says it, is like energy, and just everybody's excited, running all over the place, and just know that we're all committed and here with each other.
deep. Come on, Gannon.
Have like our team's very tight knit. Like we have a good community here, and you know we are losing some key factors in our team, but we still have guys that are going to do their job. You know, people that are going to excel at their positions, and overall we have that community as a team that we can trust in each other to perform at a higher level and to fill spots that we need.
Especially the guys that are coming back that got to play last year, like feeling that loss in the championship, I could tell like they cared a lot about that, and like they just wanted to come back harder. So it was cool seeing like a lot of the guys in the weight room a lot, just trying to get bigger, trying to hit the field a lot, getting better, and it's just like it shows that they care. So that like we in this next season, like we're trying to get back to the same spot and then actually follow through with the win.
There you go. Flip those hips, flip the hips. Good job.
Woo! Get it!
Are you good? Oh, yeah.
Because we just have a lot of dogs on our team that are tenacious players, and everybody made a huge commitment to stay in the weight room this summer, and we really locked in and are ready for this coming season.
We've done a very good job, whether that's just conditioning or working on our craft to get better for the season. I mean, guys at all position, whether it's lineman, running back, quarterback, linebacker. I mean, we have a lot of guys that are trying to play in college, so we're able to put in work with other coaches, actual coaches, and just a ton of preparation throughout the season. And we did lose a couple key players, a couple great players, but I feel that we have a lot of guys that are ready to fill their roles, and I think that we shouldn't take too much of an impact. I feel like guys are ready to play, and I'm not too worried about that.
They learned from the group in 2020 what it took in the offseason and what it took to come together as a team and in order to achieve some of the goals that they want to achieve. And, maybe in the year after we'd won in 2021, we just weren't there, in terms of, we had great veteran leadership. We just didn't have a lot of veterans. So a lot of younger guys that hadn't had a lot of varsity experience, but they quickly learned like what it takes on the practice field, what it takes in the weight room in the off season, what it takes in our speed workouts in the summer. They understand what it takes in the off season to get to where you want to go. It takes, just elite, work ethic and camaraderie coming together as a team. There are plenty of talented teams out there that don't win a state title, but it's if you can have a good combination of some talent and being a really close team, and all that work gets done in the off season, in the weight room, in the speed workouts, hanging out in the weekends, like that's what it's all about. So no, this group is a ton of fun already, and you can tell that they're together. They're always talking about going away to camp, and it's pretty exciting.
You think you're more expensive than you said you make That's solid. No.
Bro, shut the hell up. Yo, back in 1995, everybody won.
What's up? Oh yeah, I forgot to throw down.
Ready, go.
That breaks goes down.
So the standards are still the standards, no matter what, no matter how many guys we got coming back or not coming back. With that being said, did we not have a veteran team that year? Correct. We were young. We had no idea what our quarterback situation was going to look like. We had 2 returning starters on that team. But that didn't mean that we still didn't have super high expectations for our players, and for them to be the best versions of themselves and just and come each day with the championship effort. And that's no different than last year's runner-up team or this team. Now, do we tell people we don't have a ton back, we'll see what we got, but we're still going to compete our tails off. So it's kind of this, it's a little bit of both, but we're still are trying to win every game, and we're still wanting to get our players to be the best that they can be. I want to be as efficient as possible, and it drives me nuts when kids are standing around. We could always just get better, and we're going to maximize our time in the field. I'd be remiss if I didn't go back to my college days in coaching, where just learn various practice plans. Even still now, you're always finding better ways to do things. So you're watching other high schools, you're watching other colleges and how they're managing their practices. So we try to simulate our practice as much as a college practice as possible. And what that's going to be 14, 15 different periods. That's going to be coaches coaching, circuits if it needs to happen. And we're going to have, I'm on my clock, but we're going to have some regimented, hey, all right, good, now we're on the next thing. We're not just going to, oh, well, what do you guys want to do today? We're going to be pretty organized, with some flexibility for sure. But I would just much rather have guys flying around, getting reps, high energy, and if you're not playing music at practice, you're doing it wrong as far as I'm concerned. Kids these days are pulled in many different directions, and you can't coach them the same that you did when I was playing in high school. So you got to keep their interest and keep it fun for them. At the same time, they're working their tails off. They don't really know they're working harder because they're competing and having fun. So it's kind of like you kind of sneak it in there, if you will.
having fun. So like, there's music going, everyone's hyped up, everyone's like jumping around, just everyone's like together, like having a great time. So people are like wanting to show up, and when people want to show up, we have like a great turnout and have people trying because they're like, oh, well, if this is how it is, then I want to keep doing this. And then when people keep going, they get better.
I mean, now I realize, like, yeah, like in games, like, we're not tired. Like, we're a well-conditioned team, and like, and yeah, we don't really like do like the sprints like other teams, like doing full conditioning. But yeah, like that definitely conditions us, and like you can't really tell. Like, I mean, practices go by fast. It's fun. Like, you can't really tell that you're conditioning while practicing. It's just like you're doing everyday things, or like things you would do practice regularly. But it's just like, and I like it because it keeps the energy up for us, and like good energy. Like, it's not like we don't want to be there, you know.
I mean, I go to these camps and stuff over the summer, and it's just such a change in atmosphere. Like you said, there's music. I mean, Coach Buckett likes to incorporate our conditioning into the drills, which is definitely helping me. I mean, and the team as well. I mean, when you're just running back and forth on a line, just dreading your life, I feel like it's a lot harder to be driven to condition. But yeah, our practices are very high intensity, high energy, and I enjoy it completely. I think that it definitely makes the time fly by, and sometimes you just blink your eye and the practice is done.
It definitely makes it go faster. One of the reasons Coach does that is because he wants practice to feel as much like a Friday night as possible. So even if he's trying to explain something, we still have the music going, just because on Friday nights the noise isn't going to stop. And also we practice at that speed because we want our offense to be as fast as possible. We've never been, since 2020, I would say, we haven't been the biggest team. Like Pelham last year, they pretty much just outstrengthed us. But we know that we're a fast team, and we need to play to our strengths. So we practice pretty fast so that in game we can do our offense as fast as possible. Just tire the other team out.
Both of y'all, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Work hard.
Here we go. All right. You know, the energy and the enthusiasm has been great. Our first day was better than the second day for sure.
We also practiced, in the middle of the day on Saturday and on the turf, and it was a little bit hotter for them. But we had them running like the whole practice, But it's a great time to figure out where, building the culture and the standards within our team and what the championship standard looks like and how we practice is a big part of that. And, you got to set the bar pretty high those first couple days, basically throughout preseason. You set the bar pretty high, and then you can kind of taper off from there. But the expectations are pretty high with this group, as it is every year.